The plan we had with Father Chris to ask people, do you have any question in relation to your NVC trainer path? Or Chris, would you like to share something about your view on this?
Saying something. Okay, I would like to know how is this group going? How is it faring? And also, and then to ask any questions that you may have that you would like to explore here together. From anyone.
Okay.
Avi has a question, and I'm going to translate it.
Oké, köszi. Az lenne a kérdésem, hogyha én tartok csoportokat, és kb. 50 fő az, akivel stabilan dolgozom.
I'm working about 50 people. It's kind of a long-term process.
És ez most már évek óta.
And this goes for many years.
És az lenne a kérdésem, hogy mit javasoltok, vagy mit javasolsz, Krisz, mi lehetne a következő lépés, tehát most ebben az akkreditációban, hogy nyilván van hova tovább, megvárom, mit fordítasz.
And I would like to know, what's your recommendation? What might be the next step?
Szóval, hogy van hova tovább, tehát a tanulásban nem erről van szó, csak hogy ebben az akkreditációban mi lehetne akkor a következő lépés.
I have no doubt I can still learn forever, but in this certification process, what might be my next step? And this was for Chris and for others as well.
Yeah. So as far as I can understand,
az én megértésem szerint,
I believe all of us have already on the next step, in the sense of, because the practical part of it is the CPP.
A praktikus része ez a CCP, ez a Certification valami package csomag, ami fenn van. Ez az akkreditációs előkészítő csomag, ami egyébként fenn van a weboldalon.
So I believe that every one of us is doing some journaling.
Azt feltételezem, hogy mindannyian csinálunk valamiféle naplóírást.
So, and some sharing and getting feedback,
a tudásunkat, és visszajelzést kapunk, hogy ezt egyébként is csináljuk, azt feltételezem.
So that I think is already everyone, I believe that everyone is doing it, because you don't wait to do your portfolio, but you start doing it, and then when you have done enough, then you come back and do the portfolio.
Én azt gondolom, hogy nem várunk arra, hogy majd egyszer, ha kész leszek rá, elkezdem a saját portfóliómat összerakni, hanem ezt folyamatosan csinálom, és akkor amikor már megfelelő mennyiségű összejött, akkor jön a következő.
So that is my understanding, and I would invite others who might want to say something about this.
Ez az én megértésem, és nagyon érdekel, hogy a többiek ehhez hogyan állnak. Évi, van még most kérdésed?
Nincs, köszönöm.
Thank you very much. No more question from Évi.
Anyone else wants to address this question?
Van bárki, aki szívesen válaszolna erre a kérdésre?
Okay.
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
In the first session that we have, one question you present through the email about how and why we think that we are certified, and ask for give written answer or video things. Do we receive any feedback about that? Because I'm not sure that I didn't get, but I'm not sure I lost through the emails or not yet.
Sorry, Kamran, I didn't get the question properly. What was it? What was the question?
As an assignment or as a first step, we received one question that do we recognize as a certified ourselves, and why we recognize ourselves as a certified, and present the reason or why and how we could imagine ourselves as a certified trainer. This was a topic, and I present in a written version, and I would like that. Do we receive any feedback or?
Kamran, this was my personal initiation. It was my question. How would you, on which basis would you certify yourself? And it's not easy to harmonize Father Chris and my style of working. And I'm really frustrated why it takes me for so long to start to figure out what to do with those, but probably I'm going to start a parallel session where the entrance will be on which basis would you certify yourself.
Thank you.
And I'm going to inspire people to put together their own portfolio based on their best knowledge. Now I have more clarity what I would like, and present it to your group mates before you go to your assessors. Don't focus so much on CCCP. First, struggle it with yourself. And my assumption is, if you start to struggle by yourself, it will be a huge relief to read CCCP because someone put together, thought through what you can do. But the goal is to inspire everyone's creativity. Was I clear?
Yes, thank you.
Please just start to speak whenever you are ready and no one is speaking.
I would like to ask a question. So I guess it's connection to Kamran's question and your answer, Eva. It's becoming clear to me the situation of you have that Eva, you send us that question, and I come with that question in mind when I joined the first session. So now I would like to ask um, to Chris, what is the intention of this gathering, of this is in this community that we're building? What do you have in your head? What is the picture in your head?
You're asking me, Army?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
So actually, the gathering is something that Eva inspired me to do that, because of course there is a dissatisfaction with the whole certification process right now, and so my idea is to get people to understand what certification means, basically. What is the whole purpose of certification? Because Marshall was not very much excited about certification. And he picked people that he thought were on the path, and then he just certified them. And I'm one of those. And of course, people wanted me to decertify myself, but which I refused to do, because just out of respect for Marshall, for one thing. And also, I think there is a lot of wisdom in what he was doing, because no one can really certify anyone else, right? And it is for you to realize where you are. So if you are on a path of self-realization, you know when you have really got to the place. No one need to tell you that you are certified, you are enlightened, or you understand the process. You know it. All right. This is what I believe. Therefore, so when you really understand the process of certification, that even the desire to be certified become very, very insignificant, right? It is instead the whole process of this journey, and is what is most important, I think. And so my desire in bringing this thing is to really help people to understand what this process is and where you are with this process. And if you're really comfortable with this process, and you really feel that you are in harmony with this process, then you see that it's not a question of certifying, but it's a question of being at ease with it. Right? I mean, I don't know how to explain that, but I suppose you understand what I'm trying to say. Is that clear, or would you need some more?
What I hear is, talking about myself, that there is something that is, I know I will be ready to be, or in the space where I'm ready to be certified, when certification is not the only strategy anymore. And then I know it when there is acceptance or ease in the process.
Yeah.
Um, So it's kind of what I hear is it's self-assessment.
That's right.
But in our system that we're in, we have an assessor who you will assess me. How does that look like? I'm assessing myself, but you are assessing me in my assessment of myself.
Actually, I think I told that in the beginning. For me, what does assessment means? When I say that I am assessing someone, what I'm saying is that I am a witness to this person's commitment to live the process in community, and that I have witnessed this person manifesting his commitment to this process and his practice. That is all what I certify as my assessor means for me. That's all.
Yeah. Thank you. Can I have one last question before I go? Like, how does it look like, Chris? We are in this community, and what I hear is you want us uh, to bring our awareness into that space where we can be at ease with our NVC, that we feel like that there's a sense of understanding of ourselves, that we are ready to be in the space of certification. May we be go in certification, not how does this look like in our practice, in our meeting, in this community?
So,
what are we gonna do?
In this community, this is a group of people who are coming together, who are in this journey, exploring their own uncertainties, confusions, and also learning together. That's what the community is for. And but at the same time, there is also two certifications. One, you may want to just get this thing over with, right? Do the portfolio, do the assessment, and if they say okay, then you are certified. If they say no, then you wait, and you may have to do some more work, and then you are certified. This is the what do you call the governmental, I mean the public part of it, and if that is the most important thing, then you can go ahead with that also, it's no problem. But then there is also this deep understanding, the certification, which you can go on, you see, where it doesn't, when you really are at this place of shift, when you have found this shift and this harmony and this ease with this process, certification doesn't mean anything very much for you. All right, because you know where you are and you continue. Right?
Thank you. I'm complete with my question.
Hello, I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question on self-empathy, because we had a session today morning with Eva. And my question is, what are the obstacles for being more self-empathic? And how we can relate self-empathy with Christian faith?
Self-empathy is, for me, is the same as self-love. And that's the first precept of Christianity. Love yourself and love others just like yourself. And self-love is I mean, if in some ways the whole of NVC is about self-love and loving the other person. That really deeper understanding of NVC is that you begin to realize that you are love. Right? This is your being, right? And once you begin to see more clearly, then you practice and we see.
Yeah, but for example, when I'm triggered, then my first thought is not self-love or you know how I mean that okay, be with the feeling, but at the same time be aware of that I'm self-loved or loved by God.
So, I mean, if you really love yourself, you also love your triggers, your anger, your everything, you see, because there is no question of living in non-violence. There is no non-violence, does not exist, right? Non-violence is also part of violence. If you're not ready to accept both of them together, it's very impossible. It's impossible to have non-violence. Right? When you can accept both, then of course, then you can see more non-violence. So self-love is also what we call as self-acceptance. Accepting yourself, not the best part of yourself, but also the difficult part of yourself. You know, accepting your difficulties that you encounter, and all the thing is part of it, you know. And we begin to love all of that, you see.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Father Chris, I have a question regarding what you just said about if I heard it right, non-violence is. No, wait. What did you just say about the non-violence part being a part of violence? Sorry, if you could elaborate a bit more.
You can't have just non-violence alone.
Okay.
Right? If you're not ready to accept violence, it's only then the non-violence can grow. Right? So it's the same thing. I mean, self-love is you can't love the best part of yourself without any, you know, anger, anything. You have to accept all of yourself. Then only you can grow into non-violence.
That's very profound. Thank you, Father Chris.
Chris, can I jump in?
Yeah.
I was triggered because you said that non-violence does not exist. Maybe that's the other way around. Violence does not really exist. What exists is love and non-violence.
That's right.
And violence is lack of love, so it does not exist.
Actually, neither of them exist because there is only love. There is, you know, love embraces both violence and non-violence. It is the whole gamut. Actually, there is no I mean, it embraces both. So, if you want to live only non-violently, it's a dream. It's an illusion, you see.
Chris, are you interested in a different approach?
Sure, we can. We are just
Your
exploring.
feedback is warmly welcome. I cannot choose non-violence before I acknowledged and made peace with my own violent part. Am I saying the same message just with different words?
Yes. Yes.
Anyuchka, is this more clear?
Yes.
I don't want to compete with Father Chris.
Can you say it again, Eva?
In my belief system, I cannot choose non-violence, or better say, I can choose non-violence only after I acknowledged and made peace with my violent part. Can I come, Chris?
Yeah, you're coming close, yeah.
When you... No, I thought it's better than yours, please. But so, when I started to share nonviolent communication, I noticed a mask somehow appeared on me. I behaved being nonviolent, and it didn't spring from inside. I was acting as nonviolent. Like, do you know what I love in Father Chris and what I can't stand with some other colleagues? When someone is preaching, we should calm down and not spreading peace. You know? Oh, we should calm down, all of us. Okay, let's meditate, blah, blah, blah. Instead of radiating calmness. And when I want to behave non-violently, instead of, like, when this is an action and it's not coming from within. Let me tell you, let me gossip about some of the colleagues. Once upon no time, criticizing criticizing other colleagues, it's kind of a And they said, let's call Gizike, it's a Hungarian name, probably no one knows, outside Hungary. And they said, it was abroad, they said, oh, Gizike was so nice on the training, but we didn't like, because when the training was finished, she started to criticize participants. And I believe this is a big danger for each of us. When I try to control myself, I learn, for 25 years, my only income is teaching nonviolent communication trainings. It's like, that's my reputation, that's my love. So I just want to be empathic with myself when I pretend being nonviolent. But I can't pretend it for 24 hours for 7 days per week. So and sometimes after a training, I need some inner work. If I am professional, now I have this fear of what Father Chris is thinking about me using the word I am professional. But anyway, I'm going to say it and then I will listen to your reaction, Chris. So if you pay for my training, then I don't want you to waste your time because I cannot manage my emotional triggers. I believe I'm supposed to be emotionally available for you and not to be lost in my own emotions. Maybe after the training, I can deal with these emotions, unless you are as enlightened as Father Chris. Am I clear? It's very difficult to measure. It's very difficult to make pure observation. What is the difference when a trainer is using the group for their own therapy and when I am sharing authentically? I cannot make pure observations, and you have to put the knife to my throat, so I will tell you who are the colleagues and when I think they are doing the first version.
Sorry, what was the two version? One is that uses the group for therapy, and the second one?
I'm sharing my vulnerability as an inspiration.
Authenticity, okay.
Because, it's so narrow line. If I don't share my authenticity, then I am not authentic. But when do I fall to the trap? I am using the group for my therapy. Probably each of us do both. Anyochka.
Yes, I'm intrigued to look for the observation. For example, when I use the group as a psychotherapy for me, maybe it's when I lose this self-awareness and I'm not able to say when I step out of presence and self-connection and empathy with myself, and I start the jackal language. I cannot recognize it. Maybe that's one of the observation. I mix it. Advice translating.
Thank you, Anya. My question is more how much to share about myself when my sharing is inspiration for the group and when my sharing is for my own wish. And I agree, when I start to jackal in my thoughts anyone, then it's a different. Did I answer, Anya?
Yes, I have one example, which is a huge trigger for me if we want to stay in this topic. For example, I'm very triggered when certified trainers start to share their political views during the trainings. And it happens quite often. And with really very famous even trainers. But I'm triggered because I believe that everyone has a choice about the political views. You'd never know what views are of your participants, and when you start to, I think it's a moment. My opinions. It's a moment. It's a world of judgments. It's something else. Then nonviolence is the purpose of nonviolence is to meet regardless your political views. So I think this is, for me personally, this is one of the examples when the trainer starts revealing and talking about his political views as if it was the only mainstream, only possible view.
So, Anya, can we speak about political views if me as a trainer try to understand everyone?
Include different perspectives, maybe, yeah.
So if we include different perspectives, is it okay? I would like you to say yes, Anya. Because I had one of the most profound connections on my trainings when during lunchtime. That was one specific group, and it was a master class, so we had many experience, and I was, okay, I would like to hear everyone's view. And everyone shared their views, and there were different views. And everyone was asked, tell me, how did you come and what was your process? And in a safe environment, sharing where I am right now and why do I believe in this or that, I believe it can be enormously meaningful and supportive. And we just had another masterclass, and politics showed up, but unfortunately, only one view was represented.
Mm-hmm.
And no one said, yeah, but I believe in the other side. And then we couldn't have a dialogue. So then I got from someone a feedback, I was one-sided.
So I love it when politics, it can be a context where we can show, for example, mediation or how to handle the topics when you feel different intensive feelings. And this is just a case. Let's talk about politics and see how we can speak when we have different perspectives. This is beautiful. This is amazing. But I would like to distinguish that from the situation when a trainer, in the role of the trainer, as you know, the trainer with the power, speaks, oh, I vote for this, I hate those. I think it's a case when we are using the audience to share my opinions. So thank you for this distinction.
Propaganda? Do you mean propaganda?
Anya.
Well, I don't know, propaganda, but this, I think it's because political issues are so, I think we are so emotional that it's easy to lose this track, whether we are still about nonviolence here or about something else.
Anyochka, can I trust if I share my political view and yours is different, you would confront me with ease?
Oh, yes.
Can I trust you would do it with any of our colleagues?
Yes, I usually do it. When I hear it during the trainings, I do it straight away.
Okay. Okay. Because my assumption was maybe your frustration comes from not speaking up. But it's not true. Okay. Thank you. Chris, how is it for you what you have just heard? From me before, from Anya?
And politics is part of life, I think, so it has a place in NVC. There is no problem.
And what I hear from you, Ava, about people, us wanting to share NVC in nonviolence, and yeah, and then there is, in my judgment, so much violence in CNVC. It is something that I am navigating. Do I want to belong in a group where we want to practice nonviolence, and yet there is, notice I'm hesitating with violence and conflict. Are they the same? Yeah, what can you say, Chris, about
Ami,
us? Eva.
Army. Can I be CNVC?
Yes.
Anyone has any objection me being CNVC for 10 minutes? And I would love your feedback. How did you come to this conclusion, I'm violent?
So I am outsiders looking in. I'm not a member of CNBC yet. I want to become a member of CNBC. And I am looking at, oh, what kind of club is this that I would like to be a member with? And what I hear is noises from inside, me looking from the window. Oh, there are so many things going on there. People are not hearing anybody. People are not talking about.
And from whom are you hearing this, Ami?
Do you want some names? Is that something?
Yes.
So in my journey, NVC integrity and Marshall's legacy was kind of important to me last year. I ended up in the first generation retreat in LA. And that's the first time that I found about conflict in NVC. I heard pains and hopelessness and frustration.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to know what was the observation. What was it really that they were trying to have a conflict about? And then I came back to Europe, asked my assessor. I had Shona Cameron was my assessor, and still also having this. And every people that I come across as a member of that club, I talk to them. What's going on? How do you navigate it? Because I want to become a member, and I'm not sure.
So, Ami,
And so,
Army or Ami?
tell me, yes,
Army. Army, I am CNVC.
yes.
And some people has conflict with me, and I would like to know what's your problem with me. Because it's their shit.
But I want to become a member with you. And if you are not able to, I want to become a member to you because I'm looking at community. I'm looking at support.
But Army, how did you come to the conclusion the problem is with me as CNVC and not with those who has problem with me and their expectation was unrealistic?
But you are saying CNBC and your members are having problem with you. So where is the problem then? Isn't it that
Maybe
you are part of the problem or you are the problem?
Maybe their pathology is the problem.
Yeah, then you made them a member. So what does it say about you?
I love
Do
everyone.
I want to belong to you?
I love everyone. I love everyone.
I want to be in a group where there's love indeed.
So do you have this hope you can find a group who they love each other at each moment, 24 hours per day for decades? Is this your?
Yeah. I guess I want a group where I can be safe being me. But I don't know if there's safeness in you.
I believe I am safe. It depends what do you project on me.
Yeah. I guess the question is, then can I trust your words? Can I trust myself that I will be able to trust you?
Can you trust yourself?
I'm still navigating, trying to decide if there is enough trust in me to be able to trust you.
Army. With R or without R? Army. Okay,
Army.
Army. Can I be Eva Rambala now? Not CNVC?
Yes. Thank
Do you
you
know
for being CNVC for a while.
Do you know what I noticed in myself?
Mm.
The easiest way to experience love on my trainings. From the moment I get close with someone, a certain closeness, conflicts arise immediately. The closer my emotional involvement, the more likely that person does something and I don't like. And I observe this within certain friendships. And if I'm really authentic, my colleagues are the one who can trigger one of the worst aggression in me. And when I observed myself, maybe I am surrounded by extra idiots. Anya, you are an exception, and Chris can translate it without me reassuring him. Or maybe, sorry, Anya is a certified trainer, that's why she is the exception. Maybe, Army, I have high expectation and low empathy, little empathy toward my colleagues. Because I notice the thought in my head, if you are a certified trainer, you should know it. So maybe my colleagues are extra idiots. Maybe I have unrealistic expectations and I can't see my certified trainer colleagues as a human being. I project only my labels to them. I don't know what's more real. And living in a community, I can't imagine without conflicts. And how do I relate to those conflicts? In
Maybe
my
you
case,
navigate it, Eva.
yeah, in
And I
my
would like
case,
to hear Chris too.
how do I navigate what?
The conflict in CNVC. How does it
Oh,
work in your head?
oh yeah, I have a very super system. I'm very happy, and I tried it many times. I cannot kill anyone with my eyes, no matter how much. So they are safe. What I can easily do, I can write an email to 700 people. I don't know how many people we have on the Certified Trainer Forum.
900.
Oh, thank you for being so updated. And then next day I can be sorry what personal brand I was building with that note. So the last time when I got super upset, I wrote with whom and what's my problem. I wrote it down and I've sent it 4 people. And one said, yes, you are right. One said, add the present request. And Father Chris and Farah said, sleep on it. Don't send. no, it won't help. And then I slept on it, and I'm so happy I didn't send it, because it was pure anger. It was nothing constructive, nothing collaborating.
Mm.
I still believe I was right.
Mm.
I'm convinced. And I am even more convinced, just because I am right, it doesn't. Do I want to support our community, or do I want to be one of the problem? And Army, I believe there is no such a thing as CNVC. There are human beings who made certain decisions and who communicated certain things. And whenever people start to criticize CNVC, if I have time, I ask them, please tell me your observation. And more than once, I said, you know what? I'm happy they didn't do that, this or that. So it's the most, if you promise, don't push me for observation, the strong, because I don't want to criticize, I don't want to say real critical about my colleagues. The worst bullying I received from this network, and the strongest love and care as well. And it's my choice, my freedom to choose for which one do I give more emphasis.
Mm.
So I'm not saying this is a bunch of people who are perfect. Am I speaking too much, Anya? I trust
love
your
it.
honesty.
I love it.
Okay, please give me a sign if I am speaking too much. There was a moment when I was extremely lonely. I never got married. I don't have children. I live alone most of my time, most of my life. And it was around Christmas time. And now my parents are not living anymore, but it was when they were still living. They were still alive. And I was sitting and I was like, no one loves me, no one cares about me, I'm absolutely alone. And even if I would die, no one would notice it. And maybe some people would be sorry, but it doesn't matter if I live or not. Because none of the groups are accepting me the way I am. And then I flipped the question, which is the group where I full-heartedly want to belong? And then I realized my biological family is given. I don't want to question if I want to belong or not. I do my best and it's done, period. But among the groups, I've already managed to see this is the group where I want to belong, not because I have to. A stupid joke. Are you ready? Don Juan was asked by a young man, the old Don Juan. Do you know Don Juan? He's worldwide famous because he is very good in seducing women. And a young man asked him, how do you do it? And Don Juan said, very simple. I just knock the door, and if a woman opens it, I ask if she wants to make love with me. And the young man got horrified. Oh my God, how many slashes on your face do you get? A lot. And I make love a lot as well.
Mm.
So if once I heard, it was a Buddhist retreat, is it possible a country will be created where only enlightened people are members of that community? It wasn't even a country, but can we create a community with only enlightened people? And they convinced me it doesn't exist. So there is, I believe, if there is conflict in my heart and mind, there will be always conflict around me.
Mm.
And the more I connect with my inner power, and no matter what happens there, I know how to reconnect with this inner power, then the more peace I'm going to experience. And I'm convinced on this path, the NVC community, with the tool we are committed to practice, is a great support. I'm not part of this community because we are so peaceful. I can tell you million observations of idiots. Ugh. I can even criticize Father Chris and Anya and anyone. That's my first thought all the time. I'm a professional in it. Can I find a group which gives me more practical help to grow my own path? How about if we would ask my guru, my supervisor, Father Chris, if you heard anything that you disagree or you would explain it differently?
I suppose you're answering some questions, Eva. It's okay.
Did you hear anything you absolutely disagree with, Chris?
There's nothing to disagree here.
Can I ask you, Chris, how do you navigate with what's happening with CNVC?
I mean, there is no need to navigate it. I mean, you just, it depends what's your idea of CNVC is. If you have a particular idea of CNVC, then of course you might be frustrated with it. But if you allow that to be what it is, that's fine. So there is really, there is no, I don't believe in this non-violence without violence, right? I don't believe in communities without conflicts. Everything is, you take things as they are, and you don't have any, not that you don't have any problems, but then you do live with it. As Marshall always says, if he puts on these ears, there are no conflicts, there is no problems, nothing. You see, there are no jackals and there is no all this stuff. So I think that's what he meant, is that you see things more clearly, then you can live with it. And there is no other choice also, very often. Any other questions or anything that...
I would like, could I summarize Eva? What she was sharing? So,
Eva, are you okay?
Eva, yeah. So Eva, I heard you say that if I'm close to a group, if it's a dear group of mine, like a meaningful group, and I'm close, then I'm authentic, and then there is my enlightenment, but also there are my shadows there, because I'm close, and it's there. And from what you've said, how you manage different situations that you have experienced within the CNVC community, I hear it as that you are staying in your power. So you're not giving away the power to them, to CNVC or to institution which does not exist, but you're staying with your power, and you're just looking for the answer yourself. And you reach this point that, yes, this group is dear to me. That's why we share enlightenments and shadows. Yes?
It's a pretty good summary.
I'm very worried to use this enlightenment and this shadow thing. I'm not well educated to use them. In my words, if I get close to someone, I noticed in myself, I am more likely to have critical thoughts. So when a friendship is getting a certain closeness, then what I notice, critical thoughts pop up in my mind. When a friendship is great distance, we just speak time to time and it's kind of superficial, then I don't have so much critical thoughts. So I assume it has to do something with my expectations. And with my trainer colleague, I am very clear, I'm very sure. My problem is having high expectations and low empathy, because you should know. You shouldn't do it. Maybe we say the same thing. And I found NVC as the most effective tool for my evolution. And this is the group where I find the most people who wants to practice the same tool. So for practical reasons, I am here. And still, this is the group where I'm the most likely to experience the most love. Not without conflict and pain, but by the end of the day, it's worth to be part of it for me. And I'm very committed to be part of it. Did I answer? We offered 1 hour session. We are far quite beyond it. I would like to know if there is any question, comment. If you have a question, please share it. Yes.
No, not a question, but I would just like to say an appreciation that it has been meaningful for me. Thank you.
I have one question, which I think I missed when you mentioned Father Chris. Is it your suggestion to start to write portfolio right now, or after going some steps? This is your suggestion. And
yes, go ahead.
Good. And it's not very clear for me for writing portfolio. As much as I read, I couldn't.
I would say, for instance, you could start writing your journals right now. You don't have to wait for anything. Because journals is about your own growth, tracking your own growth. You don't write a journal just something happened, but it's your own reflection, self-reflection on it. And if you find a shift, then of course it has to be in the journal. So you don't wait for journals, you start writing right away. That's one thing. But then of course the other things also, like key differentiation, it's high time to start exploring them and to write different your understanding of it, so that it becomes clear as we go along. Because I think they expect you to write so many key differentiations, I think. And also to how you understand key differentiation is important. For me, it means things that are different and at the same time they're the same.
Can I ask, with a key differentiation, Chris, is it what you want to see is how I understand it, or how I would like to teach it? How I would like to share it to participants who doesn't know NVC?
Well, first you write and share it and see if that really agrees with basically it's good to get some feedback from other people and trainers, so that just for yourself to understand whether is this what everyone understands by this. So it's important that you write them and share them and get some feedback. Kamran, is that okay? What do you want?
Yes. Thank you. I'm writing for myself something with myself, but in Persian, so it doesn't work for anybody else.
Yeah, it's okay. You put them in a file, so you have them, and then when you want to gather your portfolio, then you can select from them and put them into your portfolio.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Because I say this because a lot of people wait to do the portfolio, and then when they start doing the portfolio, then it takes a pretty long time. And I don't think you need to wait for that. You should start doing it right away. And you put them in your files, and then afterwards, when you want to really send your portfolio to your assessor to go for pre-assessment, and then of course you can select what really is you would like to present. Yeah, the others also couldn't, because I myself have never written this portfolio, so I am talking through my hat. So maybe Anya and I think Eva also did not do these portfolios. So Anya could give some advice on that. You have any comments on that, Anya?
Comment on whether to write portfolio or not?
My advice on start writing your portfolio right away.
Yes, the journal, yes, because the request is to, as far as I remember, to choose some parts from the journal. So
Journal certainly is, because this is about tracking your own growth in understanding the process, which really cannot come at one time. It has to come through all these times that you have spent in your teaching and your sharing, and all these things have to be part of it.
And I also add, like, to don't forget your feedbacks, to collect your feedbacks from your sharing NVC or with certified trainers and participants, because that goes through time, and to feedback your feedback. That's what I'm struggling now.
For journaling and go through my growing path, right now it's very hard for me because I have to look at 20 years. From when I have started, it's 20 years ago. So I'm thinking about that. Thank you. I have to answer one call from my brother from prison. So sorry.
I have another meeting in 2 minutes, so I will leave shortly.
How was this for you, Anya?
Very, I felt really alive a couple of times. And I really enjoyed your sharing, Eva, about that you have experienced bullying and the deepest love in this community. I could say the same. And how you take this as a chance to grow and take this, have your power and use the tools, not waiting for others to use them, but use them yourself. Thank you.
Any other feedback? How was this for you?
I'm happy to share appreciation as well. I really enjoyed this session, and especially to me brought up the topic of identification, like as I'm part of organization or association or even like country or whatever, there's the tendency for me to, when I connect with the need of belonging, that I identify, and so I start to protect, and even about joining or not joining or leave sometimes. It's about how I identify myself. And I still remember a beautiful, it was very heat up role play between Eva and Chris about the Catholic Church. So I still remember how much that touched me in terms of how it's a question I carry. Do I identify? Do I need to protect something or a group of people that goes beyond myself? Why do I need to do that? And also what kind of responsibility I carry. There's a lot of things that come up to my mind. And I still remember, Chris, you said you don't believe in responsibility, but that could open up a big thing. But yeah, I feel very inspired. So thank you very much.
Anyone else before we say goodbye?
Just want to say thank you. I was just present part of that, and the rest was trying to prepare kit. And I wish to receive the recording soon to watch it. However, it's not really feel safe, but it's better than nothing. Thank you for accepting me with this situation. What? It's 9.
Any last word from you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm glad I joined and was able to listen to and speak. It's nice to be able to. And also, I just want to suggest that there are other groups functioning, and some of them they also the candidates themselves run the group, facilitate. Each one takes responsibility to facilitate and explore. So there is an option there. If anyone wants you to, of course, we have a big number. You can choose and do it also. I mean, independently of also this group. Is that vague enough? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Chris?
Till we meet next time, is it?
Yes.
That is.
I've already sent you the next meetings, the next 2 meetings.
Next one is on the 5th of March, is it?
And as soon as I get the recording, I have a strong intention to send it to the group.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you for everyone. All the
Thank you very
best. Bye. Stop recording.